Let's go ahead now and we'll get started. Welcome to Facebook Live in the Hive. My name is Tammy Shia. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm happy that you're here this evening. I am usually here every Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So feel free to join us anytime. All right, well, we have a brand new, well, it's not a brand new bundle. It is an online exclusive suite. And I'm trying to think of the name of the suite. I know the stamp set's called simply Zinnia Bundle. So we'll start with that, okay? All right, so first, let me show you the card. Would you like to see that? And then I'm gonna show you all the product, okay? So this is our card this evening, and I only have one card for you tonight because I spent the entire day cutting for this card. So this is our Hostess Club card this weekend, and so I had to cut about 25 kits, and this card has lots of pieces. So I spent my day cutting and prepping, sorting and packaging kits. So this slides off. This is like a belly band around the card, and I use the belly band because this keeps this closed. All right, then here is our beautiful Zinnia and Highland Heather and gorgeous grape cardstock. And when you open it up, you have a pack of seeds. All right, so and this greeting is so appropriate, sending flowers and thinking of you. So I will tell you that I cased this idea from another demonstrator, and I want to give you her name. I used a lot of what she did, but I changed measurements, and I did change the design as well. And her name is Oksana, O-K-S-A-N-A, Semenska. Semenska, and I'm not sure where she's located in the world, but she had created this card with the seed packet, which I absolutely loved, and so I had to redesign it to fit our package of Zinnia seeds. All right, so this is the Hostess Club this weekend, ladies. You're getting a sneak peek. All right, so let's slide on this belly band. I'm going to show you everything this evening. I'll also be giving you measurements, but I will also provide a supply list with measurements tomorrow. All right, so they'll be up on the blog tomorrow, and I will let you know. Okay, so let's talk about the Simply Zinnia stamp set. It has 3 greetings. And there is a die that cuts out this Zinnia flower right here. There is a die that will cut out these leaves. And there's a die that will cut out this grouping of zinnias. And I can even show you what the zinnias look like. I haven't finished coloring, but this is what one of them, this is you stamp, and then I colored with my blends, okay? Oh, thanks, Pat. So here is that. Then you've got some beautiful die cuts here. So I've die cut these leaves, and I've added a vein, which is another die. Now, next week, I will do my very best to get all of these items cut out, but my cutting today for class took a lot longer than I thought it would, all right? But you're gonna see a lot of these dies in action tonight, okay? Now, there is an embossing folder, which is right here. It's a 3D folder, and you can actually emboss it 2 ways. You can put in your designer paper. I'm going to show you. It's hard for you to see. There you go. That's not too bad, is it? So if you slide your paper in this way, always run it through the Big Shot on the fold, okay? So you don't break the fold. And then when this comes out, it will look like this. Now, I needed my embossed paper to be in the other direction. I needed this direction. And so what I did was I, again, put it in the embossing folder. The direction of the flowers, they're growing up this way, if that makes sense, okay? They're going this way. So put the paper in, use the sandwich, the fold goes through the machine first, okay, when you roll it through. And so what I like about the large folder is I can have this design in 2 different orientations, all right? And the folder is called Zinnia. It's a Zinnia embossing 3D folder, and the item number is 163337. Now you can purchase the entire suite, and let me show you the embezzlements. We're going to be using these tonight, I think. I think we're going to use them. And here they are. So they're very shiny. Aren't they pretty? Let me get this. All right. Does that help? So here are the shiny sequins. All right. Oh yeah, you do need to get this one, Lisa. By the way, it is an online exclusive, okay? Everything that I'm showing you is available online. I believe there is one item right now. Yes, thank you, Susan. The folder is currently not available. Thank you. I knew it was something. Also, I'm not sure if these sequins are available right now. They may also be on back order. So these are an online exclusive. They're available usually while supplies last. A lot of times the product is replenished, but don't wait too long, okay? Because you don't want to be without, all right? And I am actually looking up the Simply Zinnias real quick. All right, I'm gonna bring us over here. Right here, ladies, you'll see the entire suite. This right here is the paper, all right, which I'm about to show you. This is the embossing folder, which is currently unavailable, and the sequins are currently unavailable, all right? But as far as I know, the bundle is available, all right? The bundle's available. Let's go back. Let's go to the bundle. And yes, the bundle is available, all right? So if you've got your eye on it, keep watching. I'll try and remind you when it's available again, okay? All right, so let's look at the paper real quick. Now, yesterday, my plan was to show you how I create my, my DSP charts, okay? This is a coffee one that we used a couple of weeks ago. So yesterday, I didn't have a lot of storage on my iPad. That's where the videos go when we're done tonight. They go all on my iPad. And of course, they're on Facebook. So I didn't have any storage, so I couldn't have the live yesterday. Next Tuesday, I am going to show you how to put this together. And right now, I'm going to show you the designer paper. Now, I'm out of designer paper. I just realized today that I'm out of designer paper. So we will be creating cards next week with Simply Zinnia, but I don't have any designer paper, so we will see what happens, okay? I'll provide that item number in a second, Lee, okay? So this is one of the papers. By the way, I cut these 3 by 3, and the opposite paper is right there. All right, I'm going to zoom in so you can get a better look at the designer paper. Now, this paper, this square doesn't do it justice because it is just gorgeous. This is the opposite side. This paper is another really, really pretty one, and that is the opposite side. Here's another beautiful paper, And by the way, you can fussy cut these zinnias. There isn't a die that cuts them out for you, okay? And here's the opposite side, which is what I used on the sample tonight. Here's another piece. We're going to be using this piece of designer paper tonight. And this is the opposite side. Then this is a really pretty piece of designer paper because it's got the stamped images in it. And this is the opposite side, okay? All right. So I'm going to go back and I want to give you the item number for the suite. But unfortunately, you can't order the entire suite right now. So you have to keep that in mind, okay? So over on my online store, currently we cannot order the embellishments or the embossing folder. But if you want the suite number, it's 163485. So if you were to order tonight, you would want to use the bundle item number and the designer paper item number, okay? So just wanted to throw that out because I know some of you asked about that, okay? I know this designer paper is amazing. Oh, let's talk about coordinating colors with this paper. We've got Petal Pink, Blackberry Bliss. Y'all are just gonna love these colors. Pumpkin Pie, right here. Highland Heather, right there. This is Lemon Lime Twist. Lemon Lolly. Berry Burst. Flirty Flamingo. Mossy Meadow. There are tons of them. Melon Mambo. Old Olive, and Real Red. Now that's a lot of color. So just really fun, very cheerful. Susan ordered some more paper today. Margaret, I know you have paper if I need it, so I will let you know. So, but yeah, oh, Lemon Lolly with Highland Heather. That sounds lovely, Susan. So that's our paper. Come back next Tuesday for my Be Creative Tip Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern. And I'm going to show you how to put your DSP chart together, okay? So that should be fun. All right. Oh, okay, thank you. So Lisa said she just ordered the Zinnia 3D folder and it's available. So I guess the online store hasn't been updated. That's pretty awesome. So that's good for everybody to know as well. The embellishments have been a hot commodity. They, you know, as soon as they come in, they go back out because everybody just loves them. All right, so we're gonna get started. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this grid paper here. And actually, I might even do this side. Sometimes with the reflection of the glass, it can be a bit, annoying. So anyway, I am going to put a little paper right here so that we can look at what it is we are making this evening, okay? All right, I'm going to take a sip of water, and if you want to grab paper and pen to jot down measurements, you can, but I will have them available tomorrow. Okay. Oh, that's a good idea, Susan. Susan said she buys embellishments first, even if they're not ready to get, even if you're not ready to get the suite yet. That's actually a great idea. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. So let's start with our card base, okay? Now, I'm going to slip the belly band off, and we'll do the belly band last, okay? All right. And then I'm going to open it, and you're going to see the card base, and that is what we're going to create first. Okay, we're going to create this first. All right, so you are going to need a full sheet of cardstock just to create one card. Okay, you're not going to get 2 cards out of this sheet of cardstock. Okay, all right, and we want the card to measure 11 inches. So we've got our 11-inch side. Okay, so I'm going to rotate it to the 8.5-inch side, and we're going to cut it at 5.5 inches. All right, I have this left over. I'm not going to need it this evening, but just to let you know, you're going to have this piece left over. You can use it for flowers or stems. I am using Parakeet Party. Parakeet Party is retiring, but I had a lot of it, so I thought it would be really fun to use it on this card. Okay, so now let's talk about scoring. All right, everybody got it? We're 5.5 inches by 11 inches. And I am going to look at my notes so that I don't confuse anyone. We are going to be scoring at 2 3/8 of an inch, okay? So here we are, there's 2, and we're gonna go to 3/8, and we're gonna score. So let me get that score line in there really good. And I'll show you where 2 3/8 is located, okay? 2 3/8 is right there where I am pointing, okay? Now our next score line is 6 3/4. So I'm gonna slide way over here, and there is the 7-inch mark. And I might be able to zoom in a little bit for y'all. There we go. And then we want this mark right here, which is 6 3/4. Okay. I know the bright colors are awesome, aren't they? So now what I have is, I have a score line there, and I have a score line there. And so this is what your card base is going to look like. Now, I just want to compare to make sure that I'm doing everything okay. Yes. All right. Want to make sure I have my score lines correct. So score lines again, 2 3/8, and again it's 6 3/4. All right. I am going to close this. And the next thing that I need to do is grab a pencil, because we are going to make a tick mark, okay, which is just a little mark on the paper. Now that tick mark is going to be at 1 inch, all right? So what I'm gonna do is, I'll move the trimmer, and I am going, all right. You see this score line? All right, so this is the outside, okay? This is the outside of my card. And this score line, which is the 2 3/8, this is where I am working, okay? Now, I'm going to measure from the score line over to 1 inch, okay? And I just put a little tick mark there. See that? That's where I want to cut. So that's a really important mark. And now we're going to bring in our trimmer, and I'm going to try and zoom in for this. That tick mark, okay, needs to be right in this groove where that paper trimmer is going to cut, okay? Now I'm going to zoom out. Do you see this point here at the bottom? That point also needs to be in the track. That's where I want to cut as well. All right, so let's talk about the track, which is where the blade goes. That tick mark is right there in the track, and this corner is right in the track. okay? And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna cut it. And now I do not need this piece of cardstock, all right? So that is trash. Now, sometimes the tick mark is still there. Like I probably could have cut a little bit closer, but it will work just fine. I am going to take an eraser and I am just going to erase that tick mark, okay? Now, I'll share with you, I love this eraser for erasing pencil marks, okay? It's Pentel, it's the Click Eraser ZE22. This is one of my favorite office tools, all right? So just to let you know, if you need a really good eraser, this does a fantastic job, all right? All right, so now that part is done. And so now what we want to do is we want to add some designer paper to the front of this. So let's go back to the original card. We've done our cutting here. Now we want to cut this piece right here. We're going to cut designer paper now, and it's going to go right on this panel, okay? So the designer paper that we're going to use tonight is from the Zinnia paper pack. And you're going to need a strip that measures 2 1/8 of an inch, 2 1/8, and 5 1/4 inches, 5 1/4 inches, okay? Now we need another tick mark, okay? So let me zoom in. And we are going to use a ruler now, and we're going to measure from the left. Actually, what are we doing? We are going to measure. Yep, that's right. I'm right. Nope. Hang on. Oh yes. Sorry. I've made so many cuts today. I had to think for a second. Okay, here we go. We need a tick mark at 7/8 of an inch. Okay. So right here, ladies, is 7/8. And so what I'm going to do is, and I can probably zoom in a little bit more. We are going to put the tick mark right there at 7/8 of an inch. This is really important, okay? All right. And by the way, Joyce, I'm not sure if you're just joining us, but this is your Hostess Club card this weekend. So you're getting a sneak peek of it now. Back to the trimmer. Again, that tick mark needs to go in the track, right in this groove where the cutting will happen. And then I need to take the point of that designer paper, and that also needs to be in the track. All right, sometimes it takes a few minutes to line up your paper. And I would suggest if you're making this card, make 2. Make one for you as a sample so you always have it, and then one that you can give away. All right, so I'm going to go back to my eraser and just get rid of that little tick mark. And I think we're about ready to put this on. Yes, and it's going to fit right here. Okay, all right. Now, if you look at mine, and I'm not sure why it's doing that, mine could actually be trimmed a little bit more. So this is what I am going to do. And by the way, I'll check those measurements before publishing that tomorrow. All right, I'm just trimming a little bit off. That's all I'm doing, okay? Yeah, I will show you the eraser in just a second. Haha, much better, much better. So do you see what I did? I'm still gonna, you know what? I'm still gonna take a little bit off, okay? Just not quite where I want it. And again, I'll make sure I provide the correct measurements. I think they're the correct ones. There we go. All right. You know what? I really don't like that. We're going to do it again. All right. So I do have another piece, and we're going to do this again. All right. I'm just not happy with how I cut that diagonal. So I'm going to do it again. There's my 7/8 of an inch. Putting it back in the paper trimmer. Let's see if that's any better. Sometimes you just have to play with this. All right. So it's still so interesting. I've made like 4 of these today. So I'm trying to figure out, I'm going to trim just a little bit more on this side, and then we're just going to go with it, okay? All right. Yeah, I have made several of these today, so I'm not sure what's going on. Yeah, not too happy with that. All right. Let's see. Let me try one. I want to make sure. It could have been, I'm wondering if it's this piece. Sorry. I just worked so hard on this today. I really want this to work well. I have a feeling it might be this. All right. Let me make sure I have the correct score lines, which I thought I did. Aha. I don't think I had the right score lines, so hang on. We're going to do it again. All right, so my 11-inch sheet of paper, and I'm going to cut it at 5.5 inches. All right. And I'm going to measure the original to make sure that I am correct. Yeah, it's about 2 3/8, which is what I thought the first one was, so I don't know. And that's what I have in my directions too. All right, so 2 3/8, okay? And then the other measurement is 6 3/4, which is what I did before, so 6 3/4. So let's hope that all those card bases I cut today are correct. They better be. They better be. Gosh, I spent about 5 hours on that. Okay, here we go. Now, I'm going to show you another way. I'm going to show you another way to mark your paper, okay? And then I'll show you all the eraser one more time. So if you take this score line and you put it on the 1-inch line, you can make your tick mark like that. Does that make sense? This is on the 1-inch line on the paper trimmer, and I'm putting the tick mark at 1 inch. All right, so here it goes. Let's see if this works any better. If it doesn't, we'll just go with how it is. All right, let's see how this looks. Ha, it worked. So when I did the original one, I must not have scored on the 2 3/8 of an inch, because this one is working. Okay, so that makes me feel a little bit better. All right. So now what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to get this done. Okay. All right. Oh, and you know what? Eraser. It's the Pentel Click Eraser ZE22. And I started using this eraser when I was a scrapbooker from like 25 years ago. So this eraser has been around, but I just love it. All right. I am going to use a little Tombow liquid glue. I know, Susan, I'm so happy I got it right. So measure twice, cut once, right? Instead of cutting twice, which is what I did. All right, so this is the Zinnia paper, by the way, which I think we all know that. And here we go. All right. Which originally I wasn't that crazy about this piece of designer paper, but now I'm really starting to like it. All right, so that's the first part of the card. Now we're gonna close it like that. And remember that embossing we did? We're now gonna use that embossed piece. And I have my zinnias growing in the correct direction, okay? And we're actually going to put it right here. By the way, this is 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches, all right? This one I will go ahead. You could use either side of this Zinnia cardstock. It is so, so pretty, either side. All right. And we want to center this. And by the way, this is basic white, and I am adhering it to the Parakeet Party, which is retiring. All right. Okay. All right, so now we're going to work on our flower, okay? Which is this step right here in the card process, all right? Okay, hang on one second. Okay, so we're gonna need a stem. And by the way, the Zinnia dies will cut out this stem. And we're going to need, I'm trying to pick it up, I'm sorry. This is a little branch, a little stem coming off with leaves, so we'll need that. These are cut in Old Olive, all right? Old Olive cardstock. And then as far as zinnias tonight, we are using one in Melon Mambo. The other zinnia is in Flirty Flamingo. So let's look at these two flowers. They're two different dies in the die set, okay? This flower has a bigger center compared to the Flirty Flamingo flower. So I'm gonna let this flower be the base, and then I can add this, okay, on top, since this has a bigger base. Now, of course, we want our flower pretty close to the top, okay? So I'm thinking about right there is gonna do just fine. And so this is about where I wanna position the stem. So I'm gonna flip this over. Now I have already added adhesive paper to the back of the Old Olive cardstock. These are our adhesive sheets. I haven't shared with y'all in a while on how I use the adhesive sheet, so it might be time for that, but hopefully we'll get through this evening. All right, so here's my stem. What I love about the adhesive sheet is I can peel it off and it will stick, and I'm not worrying about glue, all right? So for this one, I'm actually gonna pop up, give that a little bit of dimension. This is our first dimensionals of the night. I'm glad that you like the color combo, Corinne. Thank you so much. All right. And then we can just add this flower anywhere. Here, we'll just put it about right there, and that'll probably be really good positioning, okay? Now, sometimes you might want to take your bone folder and just kind of break up the fibers in this cardstock and for your petals, okay? And for this one, I'm not going to pop up. Yep, got those dimensionals going, absolutely. And we're just gonna put some glue. I don't wanna pop this card up a lot because the seed packet is going in here, and that already is a lot of popping, okay? So Melon Mambo is my base, Flirty Flamingo is the top part. Now for my second part, I'm going to put the center of the flower. This is another die that's in the die set, and this is cut out in crushed curry, okay? I'm gonna use some Tombow glue. Put that right in the center there for the center of our flower. You could use any color center. You could use black, which actually I think black would have been super pretty now that I think about it. You could use some Melon Mambo again, Lemon Lime Twist, just so many different centers. Remember all the colors that I showed you that coordinate with this designer paper? You could use any of those colors for this center. Okay, now we're gonna go back and we've gotta put the outside of the center, all right? And with this particular die, I actually used adhesive sheets again, all right? Black would be striking, Susan, and I honestly wish I had thought of that earlier after I cut out 25 of those. Black would be awesome. By the way, this is lighter than the center, and so the lighter is Daffodil Delight, all right? So we have Daffodil Delight, and then in the center is Crushed Curry. I'm so glad everybody likes the card. That is awesome. All right, now we're ready for this piece. All right, this can be really fun. Again, I put an adhesive sheet on the back. Gosh, now I really want to change it to a black center, Susan. Okay, so I took that adhesive off, and now I am going to use one of these blooms, okay? And I'm going to show you in the set, they're actually two different blooms. So you kind of have a choice, and I'm going to show you those dies in a second, okay? All right, so this is what you need to know about adding this stem, all right? This belly band has still got to go on here, and we want it positioned about here. And so we probably want to put this flower, I would say about right here. You definitely don't want it any lower. You could have put it over here, all right? So I'm so glad that you all love this color. I was thinking about Old Olive today. I hope they never retire it, or we will all be lost, won't we? All right, so there we go. I do want to show you the other die. So there are two different dies in the bundle, and they're like two different blooms. Like you could even layer these if you wanted, okay? If you wanted to layer those, all right? So, but they're two different ones that you can choose from. And I could have chosen the Flirty Flamingo, but I went with the Melon Mambo, okay? All right, so we pretty much have gotten this part done, and I'm pretty happy with it. So now we're gonna move over to the inside, and we are going to need another sheet of basic white. Now this basic white has a very different measurement, all right? So I'm gonna give you this one. And it is 4 inches by 5 inches. So 4 by 5, okay? Alrighty. And we're going to do some stamping, so I do want to move my card base out of the way. And we're going to add some words, and we're going to add a zinnia. Alright. So I inked this in Melon Mambo, and I'm just going to stamp a zinnia right in the corner. Isn't that pretty? The zinnias are just beautiful. Now I'm going to take Sending Flowers and Thinking of You. As far as mailing this card, I don't know how well it would mail. I think you would have to put it in a padded mailer. Okay? All right. So those are the two things for this card. You could definitely put your zinnia anywhere you want. Now we're going to add the seal. And we are ready. I know, I love the sentiments in this set. Now we're ready to center this. Just like that. Okay, and now we're ready to add our seeds. So I have to find the seeds. What did I do with them? Here they are. All right, so the seeds came from Dollar Tree. So they were $1.25 a pack, and they didn't have as many zinnia seeds as I wanted. They had other wildflowers, and then they had a mixture like a butterfly garden type of thing. So check out your Dollar Tree or check out Walmart. But this is a pretty thick pack of seeds, so it probably will not fit in an envelope for you to actually mail. Okay? All right. Thank you, Lori. All right. So the first thing we need to do is this packet is taller than the card. All right. So I'm going to shake all my seeds to the bottom. And I am going to take a piece of tear and tape. Just run it across here, okay? So if you're in Hostess Club, bring your tear and tape this weekend. You're gonna need it. We're peeling off that white piece. And now what I'm gonna do is I am going to fold it over. And I'm going to fold it over where the American seed word is, okay? And now that will stay down and it will fit in your packet. So I'm sorry they're at your door too. I am, Kathleen. All right, for this, now what you want to do is you don't want all your seeds at the bottom. It'll make it too bulky. So you want to kind of spread out your seeds, all right? And just, it'll make it flatter, okay? Now we are going to need glue dots. Let me grab those. All right. All right, let's see. And I would put a glue dot in each corner. I believe that's what I did on my original packet. I know, wouldn't this be awesome gift card? Oh my gosh. All right, and if you want, it would not hurt to put a couple extra. All right. There we go. All right. And now remember, we're going to shake this out, okay? And we are going to add it to the card base. Okay? And I bet glue dots are in low inventory because they are going up in price. So I'm sure a lot of people have been purchasing them. So anyway, woohoo, Diana, I love to hear that. Look at there, it closed, but see how this flap stays open? So I had to fix that. So this is where the belly band comes in. Are you ready? All right. What we're going to do is we're actually going to stamp our greeting, okay? Now I am using the Nested Essentials dies. They are right here, and I'm using the second one, smallest to largest. Smallest to largest, okay? Right there. I love these. If you don't have these, grab them. All right. So let's do a little stamping here. I absolutely love, love, love this greeting. Words fail to express my gratitude. I just absolutely love this. So Peggy says, beautiful card. I found smaller regular size Zinnia packs at my Dollar Tree in California, and I think they would fit perfectly in this card. It should fit absolutely fine, Peggy, and you may not have to fold over your seed packet, because with mine, I don't know if you saw this or not, my packet was too tall, and so I had to fold it over, okay? All right, so magnetic sheets are from Stamp and Storage. I am an affiliate member, so if you would like to do some shopping there, let me know, and I will get you a link, all right? Okay, here we go. Simone wants to know if I'm doing a kit club online yet. Simone, not yet, but that is in the background of my mind, okay? I have put a lot of thought into that, and I do want to start offering that sometime soon, but it's just been a lot lately because we've had so much going on with the family and with the baby, but that is one of my goals at some point, all right? All right, so Susan also gets her magnetic sheets there. They're awesome. My magnetic sheets are 6x7. 6x7. All right, so let's pray that I stamp this straight. And if I don't, I did cut another one. All right, here we go. Woohoo! I got it! First try. I'm so excited. So excited about that. All right, so that's done. And the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take 2 more of the Nested Essential die cuts. It's the very same size as the basic white one. You will need 2, all right? So 2 of these. All right. First thing we're gonna do, and you may not have seen this trick before, or maybe you have, but it's pretty cool. I'm cutting this in half. Notice that I did not use the paper trimmer. I could have, but it's not going to matter if you cut crooked, okay? I'm going to flip this over, and we are going to add adhesive. And I could have used Tombow in that. And then what we're gonna do is are you ready? We are going to add this right here. Now remember, I said you needed 2 of these die cuts, and I'm gonna show you why very shortly, okay? So that's the first one. All right. And then we're going to go around here, and we're going to add this one. All right. And we'll put that about right there. Okay. So there you are. But look at the back. It's a little messy, isn't it? So we're going to fix that. Okay. Let's go to the belly band, and I want to make sure that this will fit around my card, and then I'll give measurements. Yep, it's fitting fine. Your belly band can be cut from this leftover piece, okay? And your belly band needs to measure 3/4 of an inch by 11 inches. All right. And then you need 2 score lines. I'm going to take a quick sip of water. Okay. You are going to score at 3 1/4 inches, and again at 7 3/4 inches. So here is 3 1/4 inches, and there is 7 3/4 inches. Okay, so those 2 score lines are pretty important. What we want to do is we want to add it to this piece right here. Okay, so what happens is we are going to fold this. Okay, just fold it, and then you want those 2 pieces to meet. Okay, so that's all you're doing, and you're adding that adhesive right there. Okay, all right. I am going to take, I want this to be pretty strong, so I'm going to take a piece of tear and tape and I'm going to run it across the back of the greeting. Okay, all right. Then I am going to lift this up, get that paper off of there, and now I am ready to add this. So, and we want to make sure we have about the same amount of cardstock on each side, and I think this is going to do it. Let me just turn this over and look. Okay, so what I want you to know is I want you to put that belly band right where that white piece is. Mine's a little high, so hang on. And I also noticed, I'm just going to, this just needs a little snip. Maybe it doesn't. Let's see. It's just sticking out a little bit, so it's driving me crazy. There we go. Okay, here we go. The tear and tape is here. We want to position the belly band in the center, or the greeting in the center, and then we want to line up that belly band with that, the basic white is the same width as the parakeet party. Okay, there we go. And now that is on. Okay, now we have one more thing we're going to do. We're going to take this piece right here and we're going to cover this up, and we're just going to make that look extra pretty in the back. We don't have to do that, but we are. Okay, but you don't have to, because that actually looks fine. But anyway, we'll make it a little special. Okay, everybody liking this so far? All right, I'm going to use some Tombow liquid glue in here. Okay, and then I'm just going to slide this in right in here. All I'm doing is making the back look pretty. I know it's not necessary. It's just something I want it to do. Okay, we can kind of center that right in there. All right, Susan, I love your comment. All right, there we go. All right, so that's done. We just made it look pretty. That's all. Just gave it a finishing touch. It's not something you have to do. All right. I'm gonna take a glue dot. I'm just gonna squeeze a glue dot in here. So it'll lay down. I'm gonna do another one. I didn't want to put too much glue back there. It does give it a finished look, right? It just makes it look really professional. All right. And now we're ready. Let's hold our breath. Let's make sure it fits, right? All right, let's see. It fit. It fit. Yay! And there, dear friends, is our seed packet. How about that? Oh, don't worry, Joyce. I'm going to forget too. That's why I'm doing a video. All right, so my ladies this weekend will be creating a seed packet just like this. I'm so glad you love it. That makes me very, very happy. All right, any questions for me on this? I love the extra coffin die. Absolutely, Kathleen, absolutely. So these are our little gifts. Oh, embellishments, or should I say embezzlements? Let's add some. All right, so we are making one of these this weekend. Very excited about that. Let's put one there. Ooh, isn't that pretty? And we can make them all different colors if we want to. Let's see. Let's put one. Do we want to put them here? We could put one there. And one there. And then I think we could maybe add a couple extra. What do you think? Is this a good idea? There we go. I might have too many on there now, but they're just so fun. I couldn't help myself. I almost forgot the embezzlements, and we must never forget those. If you all end up making this card, please let me know. Send me a picture, Facebook message me and let me know. Again, the idea, the inspiration is from a demonstrator from another country. Her name is Oksana, O-K-S-A-N-A, Semenska, S-E-M-E-N-S-K-A. And she did a fabulous job with this, so I was pretty excited to try it. All right. Yes, I know, Diane, you're going to be picking up Susan's things. Yes, I know. All right, well, I did want to chat with you. I'm loving the comments. Hi, Ann. How are you? Ann, we're making this Friday. We're making it Friday. All right. I am keeping this. I'm not giving it away tonight because I need both samples for this weekend. Okay? So I need to use them for this weekend. I wanted to chat with you about my in color share box. I'm not even sure what year this is. Probably my 6th or 7th year that I'm offering my in color share box. And I'm so excited about it. And I want to share the colors with you. I want to tell you about everything that's in it and tell you that it's not too late to sign up. So for those of you who have purchased my boxes in the past, this is a great time for you to just chime in and tell others what they're going to miss out on, okay? So first, let's look at the colors, all right? So this right here is a brand new embossing folder that is coming in the annual catalog. Do you see how large it is? It's like a 6.5 by 8.5 size embossing folder. It's humongous. And so it's pretty exciting to have these large folders, and I get to showcase these beautiful end colors. So we have Pretty in Pink, we have Peach Pie, we have Shy Shamrock, Perfect Petunia Pop, Petunia Pop, and Summer Splash. These are the new colors. And so if you were to look at these new colors, again, you're going to see them right here. Pretty in Pink, Peach Pie, Shy Shamrock, Summer Splash, and Petunia Pop. All right. Sharon, I'm so excited that you ordered one. You're going to be so, so happy. So I know a lot of you like this chart. And guess what? It's going to be included in your share box. All right, I decided to include it. It is a last minute item that I am adding. All right, so you're going to be, even if you don't have the stamp set, you're going to be fine. You'll get to color these paintbrushes either with the blends or Stampin' Right markers. So you will not get this entire thing. You actually get this sheet right here, which is the paintbrushes, all right? So, and this will be one of our coloring activities that we're gonna do in our private Facebook group, all right? And I'll tell you more about the Facebook group in just a bit, okay? All right, first, just in case you didn't know, everything comes in a white pizza box. This is last year's box, okay? I haven't designed the cover for this year, but I already know that your cover is gonna look like this, all right? This is gonna be the cover of your in color share box, okay? So that's the cover. It's a white pizza box and it's filled with lots of goodness. One of the first things that you're going to notice are card bases. You are going to get 4 card bases of each of the 5 colors. That is 20 card bases. 20, okay? That is included in your share box. Let's look and see what else is going to be in there. You're going to also have designer paper. You're going to get a designer paper reference chart that you'll learn to put together. We'll do that together in our private Facebook group. You're going to have 4 sheets of each color in 4 different designs. So 4 sheets and 4 designs. All right, so that's 20 sheets of paper, okay? 20 sheets of designer paper with your reference tool. You'll also receive Glimmer specialty paper. Now, this information is provided by the annual catalog. If you needed to reorder the Glimmer paper, this would be your item number for reordering. But you're going to receive 2 sheets of each color of Glimmer paper. Isn't this beautiful? And there'll be 10 sheets of this, okay? 10 sheets. All right. Now you're gonna also get ribbon. You get a beautiful ribbon share. There are 2.5 yards of each ribbon. Pretty in Pink, Peach Pie, Summer Splash, Petunia Pop, and Shy Shamrock. The name of the ribbon is included as well as the order number. Just in case you may use all the ribbon, you'll have your reorder number. And it does come in the clear acetate box, okay? It does. Now you'll also get a half package of the shimmer gems. And this is a little bit harder for y'all to see. If I do that, can you see better? So a half package of the shimmer gems and a half package of the resin dots. So they're 2 different embezzlements, all right? Resin dots, shimmer gems, half package of each. And I always include an in color coach. And this is this year's in color coach. It comes with the sheet of cardstock. It will also come with information on coordinating colors. For example, this is last year's In Color Coach, and here are the coordinating colors. All right, so you will have that. I just have not put those in there yet. Okay. Now, we will be we'll be starting a private Facebook group, and inside your share box, you are going to find 5 make and take cards. And we're going to create these cards together in a private class the end of June. So I can give you all those details as far as dates and pricing and how to sign up. So if you're on my Facebook page, and you can also look later, you can scroll down to the featured items. And here's the share box. It's one of the featured items. Let me show you another place to find it. You can scroll down, and you'll see a post regarding the share box. You can click right here, this link. It's going to take you to information about the share box. Okay, you can read all about it. The share box is $59.50, private Facebook group, 3 free gifts, and a free make and take class. All right, everything you're going to need to inspire you to create with these colors. You're going to need to add your email address here at the bottom. Then click next. I cannot click next. Well, actually I can. Hang on. Tammy@BeCreativeStamping.com. I'll click next. Now it is going to ask for my first name, my last name, my email address, how I would like to pay, street address, city, state, and your zip code. And then you can check off these boxes, and you can vote on your favorite in color. Vote on your favorite in color, okay? And then at the end, you're gonna hit submit. And what's gonna happen is I'm gonna get a notification in my email box, and it's gonna say someone signed up for your in color box. Per Stampin' Up policy, I'm not allowed to collect money at this point. And I can't collect money until these products are in my online store. So I will send you an invoice the week of, I think I put it on here. I will send you an invoice. It's that first full week of May, 1, 2, 3, 4, around May 6th. And then you'll pay the invoice, and I will order your supplies, okay? And so all you got to do is hit that submit button, all right? And if you don't think it goes through, then just message me, and I will check for you. Another way to sign up is to go over to BeCreativeStamping.com. And if you scroll down, you're going to see the product information here, and then you can click here, right here, and then you can fill out that Google form. So that's all you have to do right now. I'm not collecting any money until the week of May 6th, okay? And you have until May 8th to sign up, but don't wait till the last minute, all right? You don't want to wait till the last minute. Now, some of the inspiration you're going to see in the private Facebook group, by the way, once you have paid, I will create the private Facebook group, and then I'll invite you to join, okay? Oh, thank you, Kathleen. So that's good to know. Kathleen received a confirmation email that she had signed up. So what happens if you don't get my in color share box? You won't have all this inspiration. and all these ideas on how to use your in colors, all right? And this is just one of the examples using the Latte Love bundle. So I really don't want you to miss out on it. It's a fun month. Tutorials and classes start in June. I give you informational things each week, and then we'll have our class the very end. It'll be the last Thursday night of June at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. But all of that is in the notes that you can read, okay? So, any questions? Anybody have any questions? I'm hoping that my email inbox is going to be full tonight. So go ahead and get signed up. It's going to be a ton of fun. I do not create these boxes alone. It takes a team of people, and we'll probably end up spending about 3 full days sorting and organizing, cutting and scoring and wrapping and creating your paint charts. All right, so we get to do that too. So anyway, I hope you'll sign up. I think you'll find it very inspirational. It's a great way for me to get to know you all better, which is always fun, and just share our love of crafting, which is what it's all about. So, all right, next week. Next week, I'll be with you next Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern time for my Be Creative Tip Tuesday. I'm going to show you how to put that designer paper reference tool together. Then I will see you next Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern for a regular free paper crafting class. We will be creating cards with the Simply Zinnia set once again. If you live in the Richmond, Virginia area or nearby, I am having a new catalog open house. And it is a week from this Saturday, and it's from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. I would love for you to come. I give several free gifts as well as a free catalog and tons of displays for you to look at, free make and takes, free refreshments. I would love, love, love to have you all come. So if you're in the area or if you want to make the drive to Richmond, Virginia, we would be happy to have you on April 27th. All right? Well, that's all I can think of tonight. I am very grateful to each one of you for being here this evening. I had a great time. I hope you enjoyed tonight's card. The nice thing is you can hit replay and stop the video and make the card. Just make sure you get those score lines right, okay? All right. Ooh, can I add the information on the top from the paint brushes? Ooh, I don't know, Simone. I'll think about it. I will give it some thought. This is the first time that I'm offering those paint brushes, so I will give it some thought, okay? Thank you. That's a great suggestion. So here we are. These are our cards, and I hope you enjoyed them. You better get out there and shop and find your seed packets, okay? Have a great Wednesday, everybody. Have a great week. And I'll see you next Tuesday afternoon, okay? Bye.